Hey, welcome back to MVP Hot Wheels. This is Diesel Mac, and I got my website up. I logged in as more of my local user instead of my administrator this time, and we're going to kind of go through on how how to use this. So all this over here, I got some videos that are on there. They're older videos. I'm going to go through and see if I can find a way to dump all the newer videos in there at one time instead of just doing individuals. Kind of a pain. The store has a couple of things, nothing crazy. It's not up, you know, fully going correct yet. But if we look in here, I'll show you what I do have. Or I do have some shirts left available, and then I can get these 3-ring binders. There's different ones I can personalize, but anyhow, you'd have to, once you order this, I would have to have it made, and then I'll ship it to you and all that kind of stuff. So it would take a little bit of time, but just kind of was playing around to kind of get some stuff on there for it. So that's kind of what the show or the store is. And as we get some more stuff, I'll put on there. If we start doing stickers or whatever, then maybe that stuff will be on there. I don't know. We'll kind of see. Why did it kick me out? Let's go back in here. All right. So hitting the locator. So here you can see you got 6,000 different cars in here. The category is going to be these here: loose car, single pack, multi-pack, play set, and other package stuff. So could be anything. I guess I could change this just to other instead of just other pack, because we're gonna have like cards, collector cards, uh, buttons or keychains or all that kind of stuff will be in here. The license plate, parking, little the different variations of those could be in this area. But I don't think I have anything in there right now. Actually, do I? Yeah, I don't think so. So that's what that is. So if you want to see just the loose cars, select the loose cars. You can see we have 1,584 in here. There's actually a lot more than that, because I put this function in afterwards and it's not retroactive, which I need to talk to the developer to see if there's a way to easily do that as well. So if we go into, or we just hit reset, this will bring you up to, like I said, all the cars plus what's in package as well. Select your scale. I don't have, I think, any 118 scale stuff in, or 132 or 143, or 124. I think I have a couple of micro scale, and then everything is going to be 164. Again, this is retroactive, so if we click on this, you're going to see it's got 1,480, and that's just because of the cars that I've gone in either update or fix something in it, and have basically resubmitted the update for it. So getting down to the keyword search, this works just like anything else. If you're looking for say all of the Italy, which you can see was my last query, that will bring up, and I guess you gotta hit enter, 25 different variations. So all of the normal ones, and then what is newer, because we got the package one, so that's where we get 25. So there's 12 of each casting, two of each of the variations of that casting, and then I've got this one in package. Soon to have another package one coming, so that's gonna be pretty awesome. So that's how you can use that. You can use it for base information, although that's all down here as well. As I get more robust and I kind of go back and add more information on some stuff, like all the little decals, I try to put in, if there's any words on there, put that in the description. And then, so like in this case, let's see if it bring up turbo. So if any of the cards have turbo within the description, it will come up and show you that. So obviously turbo fire, here's the 911, you can see it's got turbo written on it, so that would be in a normal large description instead of small description. So here you can see where I have that in there. So if you're looking for stuff like that, you can use that. The biggest thing I wanted to do is, if you didn't know the name of the car, you can use these other fields to kind of narrow it down pretty easily, right? And the other cool thing I think is that I really enjoy is being able to see like how many of something there is, right? So it tells you the number of cars that have, in this case, a red body right? So if we want to look at like gold bodies, we can go to one. There's 143 that are in gold, right? So we've got the Redliner available, 55 Nomad, there, Speed Seeker, and Top Eliminator. So you can kind of see all that. That's somewhat cool, but if you want to look at, say you have a favorite wheel variation, I'll use my buddy's wheel variation, the Ultra Hots. I know it's controversial, right? We got 543, but here is all of the Ultra Hot variations that I have come across so far and put in the system, which I think is pretty cool, right? So you can go through and check those off. Now, this is my personal one here, so if I wanted to say that I have this, which I know I do because I have the picture, makes it pretty easy for me. But if you subscribe, this will show up for you, and you can hit this collection button, and you're going to see that it changes. And now this is part of a list that shows that it's within your collection. Same thing with the upgrade, right? It's going to switch right now. We talked about making these so you can select more than one in the future, but now it's part of your upgrade list so that you know you need to upgrade it, and then you can move it to wanted if you're still looking for that particular variation. And then there's obviously this trade. So we need to, like I said, make these independent of each other, so we'll work on getting that done. And then if you come into go on this side and go into your collection, you're going to see that obviously I took that off of there, but here is the trade, and there's that car. And you could take this and copy this URL and send this to somebody to let them know that this is the list of cars that you have available for trade. So same thing with your wanted list. We obviously clicked off of that, but if that car was in your wanted list, right, you can copy this URL up here and send that to your friends or your collector buddy or whatever, or somebody that you're looking to do business with or trade with, so he knows what you're looking for and he knows what you have available to trade for it, and stuff like that. So you guys can it kind of takes out that awkward, well, I have this, do you have anything else? Yeah, I've got this. It takes a while to kind of go through all that, whereas this could be your complete list. You send it to somebody, and like I said, this would be all filterable, so you can see how this has all the info. Right now there's only the one car in here, but if you're want to see if he has a specific car available for, in this case, trade, you could come in here and put in the car name, right? So we'll just use the example that we have in here, right? So hit Redliner, and then of course this one will pop up, one result found. But if there was multiple cars in here, this would be the only one available for it. So that's the idea behind that. So that's what you get for your $5 right now, is to build out your collection list and be able to use this. Now once we get the auction house going, that list, the locator, let's see here, we'll just pick something random, orange interior, why not? That list that you build for wanted and upgrade, once somebody comes in and let's say they want to put this by Wayman on, right, they can, and you see these buttons popped up for me where they're not on my admin page as well, but you'll be able to see it here. So say this was on your wanted page, or you're a seller, you come on here, I'm going to have a button on here to add it to the auction, right? So you decided that, all right, this particular variation is the one that I've narrowed down. Like if we go back into this, and we'll go back in a different way, right? So we already know the name of it, right? So we'll hit by Wayman. That brings up a bunch of variations, right? 83, we know it's purple. So it narrows it down to 6. And then this one here has a razor wheels, so we can put that in, wheel type, razor. Now there's only 2. And then the difference between these two is silver and unpainted base. So if you really want to narrow it down, right, you can go to base color and say you've got the silver one. Right, so anyways, you've narrowed it down to exactly the car that you have that you want to sell. You would click on this, and then basically there'll be a button in here that says add to auction, and then that will carry you over to the auction site, and all this information will go with it, and it will create the title, it will create the description. The only thing you're going to need to do is obviously put in your starting bid, right, and then your shipping info, and then of course add the pictures of it as well, so that people can look at it. I recommend doing the 3 picture setup. This one doesn't have its older picture or older setup before I did the 3, right? So you'll do, hopefully one side, the other side, and then a base, and that will probably give you enough to, especially on your cheaper cars like this one, I would just do those 3 just to show that, hey, this is obviously the painted base, and the information on the base if they're a base collector, and then you hit the add to auction or upload to auction or whatever we're going to put hit that button, and then now anybody that has this particular variation in their wanted or upgrade will receive some type of notification. Most easily it'll be an email that you've submitted to subscribe that you'll get it. It'd be really cool if you wanted, you can opt in for like a phone notification, but I have to add that whole system to the website, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure that's going to be a separate type of charge, so we're not obviously there, so there's no sense in paying for that yet, but that would be another thing we could do, or I don't know, we'll figure out something that we can get the information or get that notification out to you, but email seems to work. It's kind of what a lot of the other places use currently, is email for that kind of saved, in a sense, search. This would basically be your saved search for you. So, but yeah, that's how you can kind of use this site. Like I said, if you don't know, and you can see here I have a trade list that also puts it down here, so you can copy this, and you'll see up here it says copy successful, and then you send it to somebody and they'll open this up, and now you'll see that there's that one car for trade, by the way. So as you build your other list, this will come up and be available for all of this here as well. Like if we were to hit collection on this and we refresh this, now you can see the collections down here. So, and then again, that will help you get to your collection fairly quickly. The filters are all usable through your list as well. Like I showed you on the trade list, it's all available for all the lists. So if you're trying to look through, what I like to use it for on the phone, when the phone needs to be kind of upgraded, the phone view needs to be dialed in some, because it's kind of hard to click on some of the stuff. But what I would use it for is I'll go to my or I'll have friends, because I just happen to know by the pictures, but I'll have friends that go to their collection and then filter their collection to see if they have that car, and if they don't, then they know that they need to get it. That seems to be kind of the fastest way to get through it, and obviously the better you use the filters, the faster you can narrow it down. Of course, if you have it in your collection and you don't go to the collection, you just go to the locator side of it, this will show up, right? If we were to do this again and hit reset, right? If we were to put in by Wayman again, and then purple, just to get it narrowed down a little bit, and we scroll down, you'll know that you have it because it's lit up, right? It's in black, the green shows up, and then these change colors too, just to make it kind of easy, right? So now it's yellow, now it's red, and now you're ready to trade because it's blue, right? So all this functionality is available currently, and you can add it. If there's stuff that's not on here, you can find me on Facebook, MVP Hot Wheels. I'm Diesel Mac on there as well, and you'll see the logo to know that it's me. And you can send me questions, or say, hey, I have this particular by Wayman or Power Plower variation that you don't have on there, and I'll do some research, and if I find that it is a variation that is available, then I will add that on there as well, and then obviously I'll be looking for one so I can get a picture of it. I don't add other people's pictures currently, just because I still have a lot of my own to add, and I do a weird format, right? This is a square format, picture done in 1.8 scale zoom, I guess you call it 1.8 zoom. And then I also, these are the older backgrounds, but if we were to go to something that I put in, we'll say today, like the P911, you'll see this is the newer background. So then I format it and put this on there. Not that I need you to format it, but I need the square with the 1.8 zoom picture basically. But I have a lot of pictures still to add, so that's kind of why I'm not going that route yet, because I still have my own stuff to take care of. And then maybe down the road I will reach out to some fellow collectors who have offered multiple times it now to obviously add that in there, add some pictures in there. But since I have, you know, a way that it needs to be square set up, I don't know of an easy way to convert that to square currently that makes it, you know, like I said, user friendly, so that I can get it into my format position and be able to put it on here. So otherwise you'll get like the other stuff. If we look down here on some other ones that I have done, you can see here this isn't square and it doesn't sit right with everything else like these do. So kind of the way I'm doing it, just so that it's all kind of uniform, and eventually I'll upgrade all these pictures into the new format when I have a chance. So as I kind of go through them, that's what I've been working on. But this is, you know, so far what the website has. Like I said, there's 6,000 variations. There are some red line stuff in here, right? So if we go to red lines, there's not a lot of stuff in here with pictures, just because I don't have a lot. But you can see I have 684. I have all of the information for the 73 stuff, the shell promo and all that kind of stuff. So the non-SpectraFlame, but obviously I got some SpectraFlame stuff. These photos are, you know, courtesy of Wade, so I don't have these. One of these is, I think. Maybe I have one of them. But you can see here I am missing a ton of vehicles. That one would be probably from Wade as well. But you can see I'm missing a lot. So these, so there's a bunch of stuff in here. Like I said, I don't have a lot of the SpectraFlame, but once you get into the enamel colors, I think I have everything in here with the exception of the two motorcycles. I got to add those, and then there's probably, I won't say probably, or I'll say definitely, there's variations of stuff that I haven't gotten to. I know there's different interiors in some of those enamel color stuff, and those aren't probably added on here yet, so I'll be adding those. But if you're a Blackwall collector, that is my bread and butter. So if we come back in here and choose basic wheels, you can see we have 1,877 variations. Of course, this comes up because the original one was casted with 1967 on the base, which is how I kind of do my numbering. But if you get through, and I got pictures, I get most of this stuff here. I just haven't got the pictures in. But once you get into actual the Blackwall stuff's here, so you can see the twin mill. You're gonna start seeing a lot more pictures. Obviously, I don't have the Mexico and all the France stuff yet. But Caribou, Live 55, missing a couple variations there. Let's go to page 5 here. Right off the bat, nothing. Dang it. Those are those Italy ones, no wonder. Although this brother of this sister variation of this is on its way shortly. But so you can see a lot of the Blackwall stuff I'm going to have in here already. So if you're in the Blackwall collecting, definitely once you get to, like, if you saw the Ultra Hot one, right, like that thing was like pretty filled out. Let's do like Chrome Hot ones. Let's see where we're at on that. That's pretty cool. So go to Hot Ones. You can see we got 253 variations, and if you just want to see the Chrome ones, go back to this and go to Hub Color. There's 33 Chrome, so not as much, but here you can see most of these are probably in here. Dang, we got a new one of the new ones popped up. I don't have too much of the new stuff in, but there is most of the variations of the Chrome hot ones that you can find. There's a tough one. So 2 pages of them. And I think I got a couple more to put in, but if I'm missing it and you're trying to put it in and collect, just shoot me a message. And if I have it or if I know that information is available, I'll just go ahead and add it, so that you have the info in there and can put it on your collection list. And if I have it, I'll take the picture and upload the picture as well. So don't hesitate on that kind of stuff. Let's see, into the 90s. Let's see what we got for like 5-spoke stuff. Let's do 7-spoke because that one's kind of that transition right from Blackwall into like the newer stuff. So we'll do a 7-spoke. Kind of one of the earlier ones there. 301 variations, dang. And you're gonna see here once we get in this like 90s stuff, I need to need to like fix that one. Look at all that. So most of this stuff is going to be here. I need to put that one in. I just got that not too long ago. But isn't that pretty cool? Like, I think it's awesome. I can come in here and look at all these 7-spokes. If you want to know if any of them have a color, go back to the wheel and hub color, and you can see here we've got a yellow, 1 yellow 7-spoke, 4 orange, 23 gold, 236 chrome, and 37 black. Well, that's pretty cool. Here are all the black 7-spokes, and that'll draw in the black tinted and the black painted 7-spokes, or probably I guess no paint at all, huh? But I'll update that one and that one. So I think it's pretty cool. Be able to sort like this and look at different things. I like doing, if you want to know, it won't tell you which ones to have no interior, but if we look at like interior variations, and say you're like a pink person, right? You like pink stuff. There's 74 with pink interior. So you get to see all those together, which is pretty cool. But I like seeing that kind of stuff, seeing how many different numbers there are and all that kind of stuff. If you're a base variation collector, I only have so many deals here, right? So you got your base material, base color, base year, base country. So say you want to collect all the cars with your favorite year or maybe the year you were born. So like I was born in 1980, 155 bases have 1980 on them. So here is all of those, which I got quite a few of them. Missing a handful of them. I think when we get going further in, you'll see that most of this starts to fill out. I got more pictures to put in. That just means there's no picture in it yet. So I got those to put in. Here's your Cadillacs. So there's probably a couple of those missing from like Mexico and whatnot. Yeah, here you go. But anyhow, there's another way to search. And like I said, if you don't know the name, say like that Speed Blaster, right? You may not know what the name of the Speed Blaster is, and it's not on the base. You can go into, we'll do the 1995 new model version. So you know that it's blue, right? So you get 974 blue ones. It's got different windows, but you could do like a pink chrome, pink tinted, because that's one of the colors that come up. And then we'll put Ultra Hots on it. Does it come with, I hope it comes with Ultra Hots and pink, and we'll find out here in a second. Nope, not that one. Alright, so we'll take that off. That was wrong. Trying to think. If you have the car in front of you, it makes it a little bit easier. And I guess the blue didn't come with the pink tinted. I thought it did. Let's try the chrome. Let's go with no, the chrome. Maybe the chrome one. Let's see if we can find it. There you go. So here's the two. Right, we got short exhaust pipes, chrome interior, chrome windows, no interior. What's the difference here? Oh, black base on this one. So if you click on this and you want to see all the variations to this, you can hit these links and go to variations, and here you've got your chrome windows. It does have a pink chrome window. I wonder why that didn't come up. Kind of interesting. I have to go look at that. That one has, oh, that's ultra hot. But either one of these come up. But anyways, you can see here we've got different ones. Here's a tough one down here. Look at this blue chrome window. That one that's not listed anywhere. Pretty cool. You've got a blue chrome base on this one and very pink chrome windows, but this one has the blue chrome windows and interior or base. And of course that black one's a pretty tough one to get. If you want to know like other names, right, you can click on this and hit the details, and this will tell you that it was also called Backburner. The current name is Speed Blaster. It was also named Sonic Special at one time, and then for the 1993 tattoo series, they called it the Dragon Wagon. So it gives you the other names. I'll eventually have these broke out into separate categories instead of in this fashion here. But you can look at that information. I try to put that information in for all of them. And if you do a search for all of those names, right? So if we did, say Dragon Wagon, we know it's only the one, right? You're going to, oops, wrong one. Oh, no, it's going to come up with both, right? So this is called Dragon Wagon at one point. You see here is normally named Fangster. But the Speed Blaster, here is the 93 tattoo series. Here is these cap specials or whatever, cap something. If I go in here, it'll tell me series. Cap Blastin', there we go. Tell you the name of it, right? And so you've got Backburner, you got Sonic Special, and Dragon Wagon. Then it became the Speed Blaster, which is the kind of common name for it. Which is what I use on anything beyond that, and then that comes in like 5-packs and whatnot that didn't have a name, or power launchers or pavement pounder or wherever else you could find that car, track sets. But anyways, so you put in that, it's going to come up with all the castings that use that name, and then if you want to just use that, this is a casting and you want to look at all those, you can come in here and hit that casting button. And then again, this will have all of just that particular casting. And I got some more work to do down here to put the short descriptions in, obviously. But those are the types of things I've been working on. Like today, I did a bunch of that for the P911. Had some of the extra stuff in there. Some of the Zenderfact 4s had long names, and that's what got me into adding more Zenderfact 4s. It's just everything you kind of look at becomes a potential rabbit hole, of course. The other thing you can do is when you're putting in the name of this car, right? So say you put in Speed Blaster, so that's kind of like the more common name, and you have it selected. Oh, maybe, oh, it used to show all of them. Not to go back and see why it's not showing all of them, but usually it would show all of the names. Let's see if we put in Backburner first. Maybe because that's the original name. Yeah. So since it's the original name has to be it. So the first one that was put out was the Backburner, and now you can see there's all 4 names: Dragon Wagon, Sonic Special, and Speed Blaster. So you use the first used name. That's how I kind of did it. Then you'll get all of the names for it showing here. If you use obviously Speed Blaster, it's not going to do that for you, but it'll show all of casting with that particular name with it. What else is on here that I use it for, or that you can do? I don't know. I like to just look at different things, right? How many cars have orange tinted windows, right? 57 of them. You can kind of narrow that down. Eventually, I may have some other features up here, another type of drop-down filtering system where you could filter or sort. I guess it'd be more of sorting. Sort by, say, rarity, right? So if we go into this one here, we go to this RVP, eventually we'll start filling this out with the auction house information, and as that creeps up, right, rarity creeps up or the value creeps up, you'll be able to sort by that kind of stuff and whatnot, or you can sort by the name, just to kind of make things a little easier. Of course, this would come up probably first for the orange tinted ones, but that's another feature we're looking at adding, a sorting kind of function there, and we'll add some different ones available for that as well. I think that's pretty much it, right? So that's kind of how I use, or how I intended it to kind of be used. There's probably some other things that you could do with it, but I wanted a kind of robust filtering system so that if you didn't know the name of the car, that was the first thing. If you didn't know the name of the car, how can you look that up, right? And if I grab a car, what do I got here near me? I got a T-Bird right here near me. So if I wanted to look this up and I didn't know the name of this, and despite that it's on the base, actually you can even use the name, base name on this as well. But you can come in here, and so we know the body color is red. So that limits us to 990. You have wheel filters. We'll do basic wheels, right? That will drop it down to 317. We got blue tinted windows, right? Now we're down to 55. We're gonna have blue interior because of the windows connected to it. Now we're down to 12, and this one just happens to be a Hong Kong base, so we'll throw that on there as well. Base country, Hong Kong, we're down to 6, and now you can scroll down and here you go. This is that package, obviously, and then here is the car loose. So you could find the car if you didn't know the name of it, which is very helpful once you get into the mid 80s and into the 90s, as they took the name off the cars for a lot of stuff, and for whatever reason, and so now you have a way to find it. So that was why I really wanted to have the filter. Of course, setting up the car name. I'm still adding a function so that some interiors have 2 colors for the interior color and 2 colors for like a body color. If they're actually different painted 2 colors, we can add both of those in there. That way, if you say it's painted red and black and you choose black, but the main color that I had on it was red, right now something like that would only come up. Right now is red, but in the future, if you select the second color, it'll give you that. And if we have to, we can do multiple colors, more than 2, I think, as well. I kind of like how the name is kind of done. But yeah, it's kind of how these kind of get lumped together. This is more of a testing for the color changer, color eraser type stuff. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and ask. Like I said, it's only $5 to subscribe per month. There's a discount if you subscribe for the whole year. I think $10 off, right? So you basically get 2 months for free. And right now, like I said, that gets you the ability to start building out your collection, make a list of it, and then use that to trade if you wanted to as well. And like I said, they're not going to be able to manipulate your list. So even if you send it to them, they can't click on the button and move it to wanted or whatever the case is, or collection. It's not going to mess up yours at all. You have to have that particular login with it on there for that to work. So that definitely is in place. We've done some testing on it. But yeah, so it gives you that. And like I said, once we get that kind of going, once we get 50 subscribers on here, we will open up the giveaway, and it will be at least $50 as we hit more people. And if goodness we hit like 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do $1,000 giveaway every month. It's just the way it's designed. It's how I want to do it. The other thing I want to talk about is not having any ads on here. So what you see is what you get. I won't have any ads on here. I'm not looking to make money off of that kind of stuff. It's just me. I want to provide a good quality product to everybody. So if you have ideas, obviously you can let me know. Throw those down in the comments. If you have some nice to haves and all that, I'm working on a bunch of that kind of stuff. I want to put in more stuff in there for it. Obviously, I want to try to get all the cars in so that even the newer stuff is all available. It's taken a couple years to get to this point, so I'm sure there'll be more time, and as I'm working, it's less time dedicated to this. But if this was to be able to provide me an income separate from my my work, then I would be able to. I would do this full time, which would make it obviously go a little bit faster and have more stuff and all that kind of goodness. So we'll do the giveaway. Like I said, at the least amount of the giveaway will be a $50 car or a couple cars worth $50. However, we kind of do it because depending on what's available to provide, um, or maybe you can exchange it for a year's worth of subscription instead of the car. I don't know. We'll do a couple things. We'll figure out some stuff. You can also, if you not just from subscribing, if you wanted to buy tickets to that as well, say like we get into that $1,000 range or whatever, right? Then it may have a car that comes up that you don't mind putting a couple extra dollars into, and the tickets are $1, and it gives you a one extra chance per ticket that you buy, and that way you can have the subscription. You don't have to subscribe 20 times to get 20 tickets. You can subscribe one time and buy 20 tickets, so I have 21. But you can buy the 20 tickets for $20 and have a better chance at winning the $1,000 prize and whatnot. If we get really big, which I don't foresee it going past 5,000, but if we were to hit $5,000, I think I would break it into three, so we'd have three winners. So we do a grand prize, first runner up and second runner up and stuff like that. But I'm also open to whatever the community's kind of looking for to try to help out with that kind of stuff, and maybe with that kind of things we can work on sending people to some of the convention stuff and pay for the hotels or something like that. I don't know. But like I said, that money is dedicated from the subscription and from the extra tickets that you get to that stuff. So I'm really looking forward for that part of it, and all the money that comes into here currently goes right back into it. I pay obviously a subscription fee to host the website. I pay for all the development for the website currently and all that kind of stuff, the URLs, payment, subscription, and all that kind of stuff. But if that were to, like I said, get to a certain point, all of the money goes into it, and then if I can retire from my job and do this full time, I would do that, and then that would be it, right? The rest of the money outside of what I need to use to kind of get to the point where I pay off the rest of my stuff or maybe get the house built, I can it'll go back onto the website to do pretty cool things, to give you more functionality, more robust stuff on there. So yeah, it's for the community, and the only thing I would do is pay myself to be able to do it full time basically, and I just can't afford to do that without working right now. But yeah, so we're not crazy, or I'm not crazy about trying to be some wicked millionaire. I don't think it's going to get to that point anyway. But I just want to provide a good product. Now, if it does take off in a really big way, right, and the auction will bring in some income as well, I am looking to hire people to do certain jobs. So if you're a Hot Wheels enthusiast and you want to work with Hot Wheels in some type of fashion instead of what you're doing now, and you don't mind potentially moving to Virginia, I'm looking, we could look at, putting a warehouse up and having a place to work, for like, say we, get more memorabilia, hats and shirts, and we're selling that. We need somebody to ship that kind of stuff. I'd like to have somebody create custom display cases and stuff. So that would be a potential position. Just basically to provide jobs for people that would like to do something with Hot Wheels instead of what they're currently doing. So that could be another thing way down the road as well, as I've been looking at. So just a way to again help the community and all that. But if there's, like I said, any comments, any questions, any things that you would like to see on here or not see on here, that you have issues with other websites or whatever, let me know. We try to address everything. Like I said, we're trying to answer all the questions, right? So I want to, if you can't find the car by the name, you can do it with the filter. We're going to have the value of the car directly from sales that will happen on the auction house once that's up and going. Same thing with rarity and popularity. So I try to answer all of the main questions. I try to put in information that shows where all the stuff came from. I'll try to add all the packages as well, so there'll be links to the package from those cars. Say like trying to think of a car I got or a package. So I got a fire station place set up there in the top left corner back behind me. And it has a fire chief or a car in it, right? It'll let you know that that's what's in there. All the 5-pack stuff will be integrated, so you can look at all the different variations you could find within a 5-pack. A lot of that's already happening on there, but I try to put all the information that I could possibly find. If there's tidbits about it, I try to add that information. If it shares a base, I try to provide that info. If there's cool pictures like the scene machines, I try to add the little picture, which is a pain, by the way, to get that picture, but I try to add that picture on there so that you can kind of see what that is. And I'll take, like I said, any suggestions and try to incorporate it into the website. But this is, here for the community, just to use this stuff. Like it's free to use it, and you get the functionality for the subscription, like I said, and that money goes right back into it to make it better. So, but anyhow, if you have any questions, like I said, I can do this again, or I can do another video in the future. Maybe we can go live and go through it as well, and that way it's more interactive. But as I get the stuff entered in here, there'll be this number will grow, and you'll kind of see that. I think it'd be pretty cool, like down the road, to have like, all right, new cars. If we have like, say I get to a point, maybe 5 years from now, where I finally catch up and all the information for all cars that I know of are in here, even the new stuff, and then the new case comes out, or a new little series, or car culture is what's kind of big right now, right? That stuff starts to come out, like over in this side here, having like new additions, so that you can kind of see the newest stuff that has been added to the website, which is the newest stuff that's coming out. So I could probably do that now, but it'd be all over the place, right? Today I put in Zinderfact 4s, I put in P911s, I put in some, what else did I put in recently? The Turismos, I put in Turbo Streak recently, the Classic Packard recently. Like, stuff could pop up. It'd be like all over the place. So could be done, but I have to have them kind of code that in. But yeah, so that's kind of what it's about, and I look forward to making it better and putting more info in. And if you, like I said, if you think I'm missing something from this era that I have from 77 to 97, let me know, and I'll try to go back in and fill it in. I get a lot to fill in, so it's not like I don't know about it. It just takes a while, and like I said, there's lots of rabbit holes to kind of do. But if you're watching to this point, I really appreciate it. You've heard me ramble for quite a while now. It's been like, 45 minutes almost. But I really appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get this out there. I know a lot of collectors, Blackwall collectors specifically now, would like to use it. Collector number stuff, a lot of that is in there. Eventually I'm going to put the collector number series stuff together and bind everything so that it's that you can kind of navigate through that fairly easy. Get all the international blue card stuff in there, and all of it, and that way, if that's this type of package you want to look at, all the international blue card packages, or all the international rainbow packages, like whatever the case is, right? I'll try to put all that stuff in there, but obviously I don't have all that, and it would take I won't even say a small fortune, a large fortune to have all that. Plus, I don't have all the space to keep all the different packaging types yet, but it's coming, and so we will try to have that stuff. But anyways, getting off topic and going back into my rambling again. But like I said, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Come on to the website and subscribe. Start using it. If there's issues with it, let me know. I'll try to get the issues fixed as soon as possible. I know, because I kind of use the same thing over and over again. I know those things work, but I don't use it how other people might use it. And I have my own comfortable way of doing it, right? So it's going to be different possibly. So don't feel like you're bashing it. Just say, hey, didn't work for me. Let me know, what specifically didn't work. If you got screenshots, right, you can send to me on Facebook, or you can send to me on email, mvphwc at gmail. Um, However you want to do it, but I will try to fix that stuff. So yeah, there you go. There's the website, what it's used for currently, and what it's hopefully going to become. And yeah, I hope you guys subscribe here. I think we're at 545 subscribers on the YouTube, and I got a handful of subscribers on the website so far, and hoping to get more so that we can get to that monthly giveaway. But I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.